Hey guys, long time no see. It's about 3:30 while I'm recording this, and it's been a few months, but I got busy with the holidays, a bunch of other stuff. Couldn't really get back into it, and I decided driving home tonight, let's knock one out. Let's knock one out of the park. And what better way to knock it out of the park than one of the greatest movies of all time, Lawrence of Arabia? This movie is a 1962 epic drama that was directed by David Lean, who directed such films as Bridge on the River Kwai previously, and then Dr. Zhivago after. Very large epic war movies. And this came out in 1962, like I said, to very high praise. And it is about T.E. Lawrence when he was stationed in what is now Saudi Arabia, dealing with the British and the Arab people, and the Turks, and a bunch of other stuff, which he details in his autobiographical novel, The Seven Pillars of Wisdom. This movie details his life during that struggle, what he did, what he didn't do, the struggles he went through during this event. It's a very intense film. It's a very large film. It's a 3 hour and 47-minute film. And I know to some people that might be a bit daunting. But in all seriousness, like I said, 3:30 at night, could watch it right now. Take me to 6 in the morning, but I'm willing to do it because I love this movie. Absolutely love this movie. When this movie came out, like I said, it came with high praise. It was nominated for many awards. It won 7 of them, swept the Oscars. It was up against To Kill a Mockingbird that year, but that's when they still had the Oscars as black and white and color pictures, and I believe Peter O'Toole did not win for Best Actor, but Best Director did win, and that was David Lean, and also Best Picture. And it's flawless. People hail this as the best movie of all time, and it truly is. It's got such a scope on it. It's in 70 millimeter, which is just a huge aspect ratio. It's meant to, that's when they were trying to get people out of their homes to go to the theater, because, on the big screen, it's huge. You can't watch Lawrence of Arabia on a 4:3 television. That's David Lee's gonna come to your house and beat you up for that, man. But anyway, what I love about this movie is just the way it presents the story. It starts in media res, so, spoiler, it starts with his death. Yes, he did die. He died in a freak motorcycle accident, and it made him even more mysterious because he was a mysterious person when he was alive. So, by having a freak motorcycle accident when he's very young, that makes him even more mysterious. But enough about that. The film starts in media res, and then it tells his story before and afterwards. The filmmaking in this movie is unbelievable. It does the famous match cut where Peter O'Toole blows out the match, cut to sunrise. Amazing. It captures a mirage on film. It's amazing. There's so many moving parts to it. There's a lot of silhouette work that I love. The way they capture it. There's a scene where they're standing in the desert on a bunch of camels, and with the rule of thirds, you split the screen into 3 sections, and basically the desert is the very bottom third, and the rest of the film is the sky, and it is gorgeous. It is unmatched in brilliance and cinematic art. It's probably one of the greatest films I've ever seen. No, it is the greatest film I've ever seen. But anyway, let's talk about some of the, versions I own. Now, when I bought this film, I saw it like a year or so ago, and I went and I bought it on this Lawrence of Arabia DVD set. It's really... It's a pretty good transfer. It's a DVD transfer, but I feel like when film gets transferred to DVDs, it's a little bit better than digital being transferred to DVDs because there's a compression method. I feel like the film grain isn't entirely lost when it's to DVD compressed, but digital sometimes is because it's more pixelated. But I'm not going to get too into that because that's probably just a completely different video. But it comes on 2 discs. There's part 1, part 2. Disc 1 goes to the intermission. Disc 2 goes after the intermission. I will say, for me, I do like the first half of the movie a bit more, but the second part has way more interesting moments, like when they take the city, when they take Damascus eventually. That's really interesting. And a bunch of other stuff. The Turks are interesting. The winter's interesting. No prisoners is an excellent scene. Total mastery. But then you've got other stuff like I am a river to my people. The trick is not thinking about how much it hurts, or probably quoting that wrong. The biplane scene, bringing Gazim back into the caravan is an amazing scene and absolutely one of my favorite musical pieces. It's great when he gets back. I like 2 glasses of lemonade with ice. Amazing. When he gets the robes, fantastic. There's so much to love about this, and Peter O'Toole gives such a great performance, such a fantastic performance, one that would follow him to the end of time. And honestly, he didn't feel like that was a bad thing. I don't feel like it is either, because you get so much acting range out of this. The movie's, like I said, 3 hours and 47 minutes, but during that time you get to know Lawrence. You feel like you're a friend of his. You feel his pain. You feel his struggle. You feel the people's struggle. There's so much. Omar Sharif is fantastic in this. Anthony Quinn is amazing. Alec Guinness is great. Claude Rains, who was in like so many black and white Universal movies, Casablanca, Invisible Man, breathtaking in this. It's just unbelievable. But back to the DVD. If you want to check it out, you're on a bit of a budget, definitely get the DVD version. I picked this up for like $10. It's great. It's got this little thing on there. You can see it's kind of faded, but if you get a light up to it, you can see it says Lawrence of Arabia. That's pretty fun. I do really like this version. This is the version I just had on my shelf for a long time, but just recently, around Christmas time, talk about the holidays, I got this version. This version is the definitive version. This is the 50th anniversary edition, which I have right here. Check this puppy out. So what this comes with is it comes with a lot. It comes with your basics, everything a grown boy needs. It comes with your Blu-ray set. It comes with your coffee table book, your Blu-ray, your 2 bonus discs, your 4K transfer, your soundtrack, everything you need. Even comes with your little itty bitty film stock on here. And what film stock did I get? Oh, I got Anthony Quinn doing the River to My People, like right before it cranes back. It's so great. I don't know if you can really see it that well. I don't know if I can even illuminate it that well, but it's there, and it's fantastic. It's great. The bonus features on this are totally worth it. I remember I found this before Christmas. I was going to buy this, but then I opted not to. But it was like $50, something like that. So if you're a huge fan of it and you've got some space, unlike myself, definitely that's the one you want to go for. But if you got a budget, go for the standard DVD edition. But the 4K transfer, this is gorgeous. It's breathtaking. They've got behind the scenes photos. They've got well, I haven't dabbled too much into it, but they've got this thing with Peter O'Toole talking about what it was like to work on the film, and you hear him speak about it, and it's amazing. It's truly an honor to hear him speak, and it's just one of the things that really sticks out to me is how he said that riding a camel is like riding a dragon. And that just stuck with me. That's just such an amazing thing to say. But this is like I said, this is a fantastic movie. David Lean's a fantastic director. He's probably one of my favorites, among others of the older directors. And it's definitely worth a watch. I give this movie a 10 out of 10. There are some things that it kind of lacks in. Some things are historically inaccurate. Like, some of the stuff didn't really happen. I believe Australia got to Damascus first. There's a lot of stuff. Some things some historians don't even believe happened that are actually in the book. Like, I think the meeting with the Turks, they think that there's no like timelines that match up with that or something to that effect. But I'm not a huge history buff, so I'm not the expert on that. But there is a video I watched on it. I can link you that in the description of this video. Get you up to that. But definitely watch this movie. One other thing I do want to talk about, like I mentioned before, is the score. The score is breathtaking. I have it on vinyl. It's across my room, and I'd show it to you, but it's not too amazing to look at. It's kind of like an offshoot cover. It's not like other covers have like this as it. Mine's just like them walking through the desert. It's kind of whatever, but the quality is great, and that's what I'm in it for. But the music is absolutely unforgettable. It's so grand and so epic, and it matches the scale of the 70 millimeter, the huge desert, the sprawling landscapes and cities, the huge action sequences. It just fits everything so perfectly. And it's got that central tune the whole time, that central melody that follows us throughout. And it's just gorgeous. And like every sort of desert traveling sequence in movies, I feel like the music almost comes back to the Lawrence of Arabia. You know, it comes back to that sweeping sort of epic, and it's just kind of ingrained in popular culture. And I feel like people don't even know it. It's just an absolute. Like I said, this is one of the greatest movies ever made. Truly, it holds my interest the whole time. I can't believe it took me so long to watch it. The hype lives up to it. It's fantastic. Definitely go check it out. Anyway, I will see you guys hopefully soon for another video.